Hi and welcome back to another episode of Playing Crazy Machines 3. Today we like to build a small interactive game in Crazy Machines 3. And I'm sure you all know the infamous Flappy Bird game, so we like to create a similar kind of small mini game within the game. To start at the start, I like to begin with building our bird or our player character, and I think I would like to use a Clumsycorn as our flying character. Where are our clumsies? Let me have a quick search. I think I will take one of these, and let's say we want a kind of side-scrolling game, so let's rotate it to the right and rotate it a bit down so we have a more kind of flying pose, and I think it's not, yeah, I think that's enough. So, and at first I like to scribble the basic controls. So the game is pretty easy. You have to push only one button to create an upward motion. So let's add a button event, and this is a new feature in Crazy Machines 3. We have an interactive chip, so this is such a chip with a keyboard on it, and this is still in development, as you can see. With this debug output here, I can change the key I like to react to, and for now we want to use the up key on the numpad, so let's use the 8, and the 8 is our value 2 for now. There are 6 different values mapped on this chip. 0 is left, is numpad 4, 1 is numpad 6 for right, value 2 as we chose now is numpad 8 for up, value 3 is numpad 2 for down, value 4 is the 5 as kind of action key 1 for whatever you like to use it, and value 5 is numpad 0 for another action key, maybe if you like to build some kind of small jump and run with where you have to use one jump button and a shoot button or something like this. So this is still in development. I think we will in the final game will show the used key on the chip, and you will be able to map the action key to a key you like to use. So for now we use value 2, which is the numpad 8 for up. So, and we like to use this keyboard event to create an upward motion for our clumsy. So at first I'd like to create a force, an upward force on the clumsy. So let's attach this force arrow on the belly, the force of 1, which is way too small. So, and we multiply this 1 with another constant, so large enough force, because the interactive chip just gives me a 0 or 1. So if I would directly connect the chip to the force, I would only apply a force of 1, which is way too small. So, and we multiply this 1 with another constant. So let's say we, as a first try, let's multiply this by 100 and connect this and connect the result with the force. So let's see if we get a basic upward motion. If I run the simulation, of course it falls down and topples over. I created a little helper object, snapped the clumsy with a slider joint on it to force it to move along this axis only. and reattach the force now on the back, and we pull on the back. Doesn't matter, before we did a push on the belly, but now we pull on the back, same thing. So let's see what happens if I go back to our machine and I push the 8 and we have a clean upward motion. Way too fast, but clean. So let's reduce the force more and maybe like to 10 or something. And yeah, and now if you can see, I'm pushing the 8 button, and if I do it this, I can hover the Clumsycorn or keep it up and give it an upward motion. So basically this is our draft for a simple player. So maybe we can hide the helper object down in the ground, because this is just a helper and we don't need it in our game. So let's build our small level scroller. Of course we can't create a complete endless scrolling level, but we can fake, I think. So basically we need a constant endless motion, and endless like a circle. If you look from the top, you can see we can use a cylinder like kind of a carousel. So let's build a basic setup here. I will create a base, maybe like using this here, and I think I use a box as a base, and add a cylinder on top, a rotating cylinder. So let's make this box fixed. This will our base again. My preview is still running, so I hope you still can see me. And we will create a torque on this cylinder, so we have it spinning. Okay, I think we need it rotating clockwise, because our horse is looking to the right, so the columns have to come in from the right, flying to the left. So to give you a basic idea of what I like to build, let's attach one cylinder here. And now let's put this here at the level, and now I have to switch to 3D mode, because the game will happen within the plane of the horse, so we have to move this a bit to the back, maybe like so. And let's switch back to 2D mode. And now if I run, okay, as you can see, the obstacle already works. So let's reduce the torque for now to get a slower spinning motion. Therefore I add a limiting of like say 1 round per second, and okay, now it's slower and I have the chance to jump over it, and if it comes back I already have a kind of small mini game here. It's more like a hurdle jump, or don't know the right English words. I think there's some kind of sports word for this kind of jumping around. So what I now have is a basic scrolling effect, and let's improve this even more, because we want the typical Flappy like levels. We attach the column like so, and maybe move it like this, and add another column down here and create such a gap. Let's see if this works. what is happening now. I cannot I cannot have dynamical objects below the ground because the physics engine will not allow me this, because it will try to remove any penetrations. So let's move this a bit up here. Let's see. Okay, it's better now, and we have a kind of scrolling effect. So and now I can I think you get the idea now. And okay, I'm stuck. Okay, I think you get the idea of what I like to do here. So we have one obstacle. Let's add one more, and therefore I used this one. I didn't want to use this. I have to use a copy. And let's say we want another gap on the other side, so I have to make sure this is kind of symmetrical here. So like this, and maybe like, let's say I want a different kind of gap, so let's just attach one more here, and to avoid make this a bit smaller so that is visually pleasing. So, and let's say we have a gap like here, and as you can see, the right gap is more like in the middle and the left one is a bit more up. And now I basically have a scrolling level. Let me quick do a... this requires a lot of balancing still, but we will do this soon. So let's see if I can make it. I can make it. I'm not good at this game. Okay. I think I will definitely lose here if we add the lose condition. So basically this is our level scroller. We faked this by using two rotating columns, and and the effective, if I look from here you can see it better, the effective gameplay is where the clumsy is. So the columns are spinning, and if I manage to get through the gaps, the next column is rotating around and gives me another kind of obstacle. So as you already see, this requires a lot of balancing, so I think I will increase the gap a bit more, because it still isn't let's make this directly. Okay, this is snapped to here, so I will move this here, and let's increase this more too, and I think I will decrease the jumping power a bit to have it not that fast. Let's see. This is good. Boing. Boing. Okay. Now let's add a fail condition. The basic rule of the game is don't collide with the columns. So it's pretty simple. Maybe let's quick do a repaint of the columns. This is done with one of the other new features in Crazy Machines. You can rematerialize everything and even color it. So let's get those typical look like this. And now, this is even better than the original game, because the spinning columns create a more better detail. So let's see if I can manage. Okay. Now let's add a loose condition. The basic rule of the game is don't touch with anything. So therefore let's add a touch detector. Therefore we have this touch sensor here, and I connect the clumsy with the touch sensor and add a player fail chip to it. So like this. Let's see if it works. Let it run. Okay, as you can see, we already failed because we touched the ground. So if I quickly move up, I can I touched the column, and again, as you can see, our gear down here is having problems and an X. This indicates me that the level has failed. So, but this is kind of unspectacular, if this word exists. So let's add maybe like some explosion here. So we add, we want to explode the poor corn, the poor clumsy, if it touches anything. So let's say I connect the clumsy to a detonator and use the same signal that we use for the level fail condition with the detonator, and let's see if if I fall down, it just explodes. So let's see if I can manage through the gap. No, no chance. It's so slow. Okay, I think I have to put it a bit higher at start to have a chance. Maybe let's say like here. I can do this here in the part editor without any problem. So as you can see, this is a bit higher here, and if I start it now, I have to use the 8 key on the numpad very gently, and this is kind of this is way too hard for me. I can't make it. I think I will increase the gap size a bit more. Please don't call me a cheater, but because I can. So so let's okay, fell down. So let's see. I made it to the gap. Another gap. Okay. Okay, I'm really bad at this game. But this kind of really resembles the gameplay feeling of the original game, at least for me. Hey, I made 2 gaps. Let's see. Okay. Good. Now let's improve this visually a bit here. So maybe we can create some kind of Flappy effect on the clumsy. Maybe like some, let's move the force up here. Maybe like some 2 small wings or something like this. But wings would be too lame. Maybe we use rotating strong arms like this. I'm not sure if this works. This is looking so weird. Okay, let's see if this here, if I add a torque. Can you still see me? My preview is up and running, so I think you should see me. So let's say like so. Okay, now we have such a powerful arm. I think we need a greater power, because the additional arm creates more mass to carry around. And let's see. Okay. And I think the spinning motion is in the wrong direction, so let's flip this to clockwise, and I need more power. Let's gameplay test. Okay, this is way too. Let's check 130. No, I'm not sure if the spinning motion of the arm creates any physical side effects. Now we have a... Hey, where's our clumsy? And... Okay, this definitely doesn't make it any easy to game, because the out-of-center spinning rotation creates hard to predict behavior, flying behavior. This is really... And there's no touch sensor on the arm, so this is kind of a new gameplay element here, because I can push away the level and the horn was it. So I think this is too hard for me. So I think we add something different. But maybe some if you have any idea, you could create a game with such a strong arm clumsy. And so let's see, what can I use as wings? Or should we add some kind of sunflower propeller on the back? Let's add a sunflower propeller. This is great. Let's see. If we move it like here and add another torque again, like so. I think now my force, we should reduce the force because we don't have the strong arm on it. This is cool. And okay, this is still heavy. So let's see. Now we have our. Let's see if I can manage. I have to hammer the 8 key to get the right height. I'm not good. Yeah. One gap managed. Another gap. Okay. So maybe we need some more fancy effects. And therefore I go to the effects category. No, I go to the particles. So let's see, what do we have here? There will be more particle effects in the final game. For now, let's say we have kind of soap bubbles. We need more. So, like so. Let's see if I can manage. Okay. I think I have to destroy the effect too. Let's say it touches, and I have to destroy the effect too. So let's say we want to destroy. We can't destroy this effect. Okay, this is still in development, and so we leave it as it is. And but we need to do some more. Let's say like changing the ground. This is too futuristic. Greenish. Greenish will work. So let's say. This looks good. I'm so bad at this game. No. Okay. Did one gap? Let's say. Okay. Good. Let's even pimp this more. Yeah, let's. I think we should change the sky. We. This is too dark. This is not happy enough. We need a happy sky. Let's use the first one. Let's see how this looks with rotated light. Maybe a light from the right. What a rhyme. Let's see. Okay. Now we could add some kind of effect if we manage to pass a gap. So let's add some bonus effect. Let's say we want to check if the clumsy managed to get through one of the gaps. So I will add some testing volume here. Let's say we give it a kind of greenish hologram material, like so, and let's say if something is inside this, yes, power polar, yes, you also could exactly define what or better, you could check on an explicit object-object collision pair and not on a general collision. For now I use this because our only object is the clumsy and our spinning columns here. But if I want to check an explicit collision, I can do this too. Maybe let's quickly head back and I will explain it. Go into the clumsy. As you can see on this is our touch sensor here, and I connected the clumsy with the upper input. And there's another one down here, and whatever I connect to this second input here will be used for an exact collision pair detection. So for now we didn't connect anything, so we react on every collision, but as soon as I connect something on the second input here, only this chip gives me a signal only if a collision between the two connected objects is detected. So let's see, do a quick save here just in case. And we want to say, let's say we want to give a positive feedback if we manage to pass the gap. So what I did is add an checking volume a little bit behind the gap, because we still can collide with the gap, with the belly or the back. Maybe we can balance this and make the touch even more precise to the head or something like this. But for now this will do it. So let's say if something is inside this here, our only actor is the clumsy for now, so we don't have to do an explicit check. So let's say if something is inside here, this basically works like the touch sensor. I have an inside sensor here. This checks if something is inside another object. So I give this such a holographic material. This doesn't create any collision. And so objects can pass through it, and the inside sensor can give me a signal if something is inside this. So I connected this with the sensor, and if something is inside there, let's say we want to play a sound. Let's see what sound is good. Applause, balloon pop, bike horn. Not the right. Cannon, car horn, boing. Let's try with such a boing for now, and let's say like here. And this triggers our play signal here. So let's see if it works. Okay. Still not good here. Okay. We got the boing. Boing. Okay. So let's add this to the other side too. I just make a copy here and delete it. I think I have to think otherwise. What is here on the left is on this side on the right. So let's place it like here. Create another another inside checker. And I want to use the same sound, so let's combine these signals with an logical OR. I'm not sure if anyone is familiar with logical signals, so this OR basically can combine two signals and gives me a result if any of the inputs is existing. So it doesn't matter if you speak it, it's logical. If this sensor or this sensor gives me a signal, we will give a signal onto the speaker. So let's see if it works. I hope my skills are better now and I can manage it more easily to get to the gaps. And I get to the gaps. One gap that. Okay, again. Nah. As you can see, we have our boing. Okay, so I think we need some kind of high score-ish effect or something, and therefore I would like to use a build from the workshop, a part, because one there was a really great 7-digit display created by one of our fellows, and it's really awesome that it works, and I could use this to display our to count our gap passes. So this is an experiment. I'm not sure if you can see the Steam overlay within our stream here. So let's see. Where is our workshop here? Now I think I will go over the main menu. I think. Let's check. Go to Steam. Okay. I'm not sure if you can see this. Okay, I have it in my preview, so I think you will see this. And no. Okay, you can't. Do you have sound still? Still sound? So I'm back quickly. Where's the display? Where's the display? Dang it. Huh? There's a second page here. Here's the display. Okay. Turn to the game. Not sure if this is working right. No. There is a button here. Okay, I think you should be up and running. So let's save it and get back to it. Let's see. Where is our downloaded part? Here it is. Okay. Would be nice if you could give me a short feedback if I'm up again. Sorry for the delay. I'm not sure which parts from the Steam overlay are visible through the stream and which are not. But I managed to download a part from the workshop. So okay, you have picture again. So what I downloaded was this 7-segment number display. And this is really awesome, because this is also, of course, built entirely in Crazy Machines. And it's basically a 7-digit number display, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 digits. And it has a signal input here, and I can give it a value from 0 to 9 to display the respective number. So as you can see, I ignore the explosion for now. I give a value of 3 here, and this thing displays a 3. I can give a value of 8, and this this is the 8 is the same as it's turned off. So let's say a 1, and we have a 1. So this is great for counting our past obstacles here. Therefore, we have to count the passings of the obstacles, and we have to give a signal out of our obstacle, of our level scroller here. So we already have a checking volume for our sound effect here, and we will use the same signal to give it outside. So I basically use the result from our OR operation, and we'll add a signal outlet. This is something like this, and I like to place this near the part because I will show you in a second. Back in the machine editor, we only can see outlets and inlets on parts and not the inside logic. And if I place it somewhere near the near the part, I have a logical connection or visual connection, so I know this outlet is belongs to our level scroller here. So let's see if this works. I connect. No, we need a counting mechanism. So for this, we add a counter in the machine. I can build logic in the machine too to create logic for the machine to create like level win-lose conditions and something like this. And I can do this within the parts as I did it in the Clumsy to create an instant fail as soon as I touch anything. And now I do this in the machine editor to create the counter, because the parts can communicate with the outlets and in the machine. So I connected our volume event with this counter, and each time the signal goes from 0 to 1 on this increased input here, the counter will count up and will give the current counting result on the output, and connected this output of course to our 7-digit segment input here. So this is an experiment. I'm not sure if this will work. Let's see. Let's close here the panels a bit to have more space. So let's see if this works. Okay, we start from 0 and we have 1 passed. And we have 2 passed. And, okay. Again, let's see. 1 pass. 2 pass. A bit down. I'm still not good here. Okay. This screams for a high score run. So I think that's it for today. I showed you a lot of signaling and logic, and I introduced the interactive chip, and I think I will share this setup here to play around with. This is only a first layouting draft for such a kind of interactive minigame. There are still a lot of possibilities to improve this here. We can add more columns with more complex collision situations. We could create a more complicated movement and way more fancy looking level things. We could add some kind of roof to avoid flying over the level, but of course the gaps wouldn't count it then. We could add a second digit display here and count in factors by 10 if we go higher than 9. There's a lot of room to improve this and to create really funny, addicting kind of mini games. Let me see if I can make it to 3. 1. Let's see. 2. Okay, 2. Okay, my poor 8 key here. Okay, again. This was close. A bit down. This was not. Okay. I will upload this, and you can have as many fun as you wish with it. Let's say we give this a name like Flappy Clumsy. Pass as many gaps as you can. And make a screenshot here. Let's say like what does look great? Maybe like so. Okay. And I think I will share this. Machine is not empty. Description machine is not empty. Machine is not empty. Okay, I will check this after the screen. I'm not sure if I have to make something loose or something. Okay, I will check this and will upload this to the workshop, and so you can try your best in this small kind of mini game. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please post a comment in the chat. Otherwise, I think I will be back next Wednesday at 5 p.m. With another episode of playing Crazy Machines 3. Okay. So let's call it a day. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.